DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Let's talk about implementation. Implementation is a simple concept. What does it mean? For those of you unfamiliar with the word, this means take a set of instructions or an idea or some strategy that you are thinking about doing and actually doing it. Basically putting your ideas to use. Taking action on your plans, ideas, and strategies over the concept of invention. What is invention? Invention is coming up with something new, coming up with a new idea, or let me try this new thing. This topic is specifically for the entrepreneurs out there. This could also be for the athletes, any of you professionals out there who are looking to get more results from the things that you're doing. What I notice with a lot of people, and all of us can be victims of this at times, is that when we're not getting the results that we want, often instead of doubling down on what we already have and figuring out how do I make this work, this thing that I have right here, how do I make this work? You know what we usually do? And it's all human beings. But entrepreneurs are especially guilty of this, is we instead say, all right, let me go get something new. Let me go get myself a new opportunity. Let me go find a new thing to do. Let me go get a whole new set of ideas. Let me try this brand new approach instead of just working on the approach that I already have. Here's the problem with that. First of all, the situation that you already have does work. And let me prove to you that it does work. Or let me give you a reason how you can know it works. You can confirm this. Are there other people who are using a similar approach, similar strategy, similar setup to what you have not been able to make work, but they are making it work and getting results? If the answer is yes, then that means there's nothing wrong with what you already have. The only thing that's wrong, and we don't even call it wrong, the only thing that is needed is for you to implement more strongly. Maybe you're just not implementing the right way. Maybe you're not using the right strategy. Maybe you don't have the right plans in place. Maybe you are not executing in a disciplined, consistent way. Maybe you're just not holding yourself accountable enough to execute, and that's why you're not getting the result. It's not that there's anything wrong with what you have. And the other challenge, on the other hand, when you go get the new thing, is that every time you start something new, you're starting at zero again. And this is basically the law of inertia. It takes more energy to start something into movement from a standstill than it is to keep moving something that's already working. So if you already know that this works, because you've seen 20 other or 200 other people do it and make it work, all you got to do is look at their strategies and how they implement it, and all you got to do is implement what they've done. Just model what they've done. You don't have to copy what they did, but model what they did. But on the other hand, if you're always coming up with a new idea and starting a new thing, even if you have somebody to model, the thing is you still have to start from zero all over again. You're starting over and then starting over and then starting over and starting over. It's like kind of like driving your car from, like I can see traffic right now. You drive your car from one light, you get to the next corner, there's a red light. You stop at the red light, do you stop the car? Do you turn off the ignition? And then when the light turns green, you start the ignition all over again, and then get to the next light, stop the car, and then start the ignition all over again. That's what you're doing every time that when you see that your thing is not getting the results you want, you say, all right, let me throw everything away and just start all over again. That's not the solution. The solution is, how do I work on what I already have and figure out how to better implement this process? That's the winning way of doing things. You don't just throw away everything that you already got. So this is what I mean when I say implementation over invention. And this is a challenging thing, and I'm gonna give you all a secret here. When you are in sales, and you're trying to sell something to people, I always tell people, and other salespeople say this too, so I'm not even gonna take credit for this idea, but when you're selling something, you always wanna give people a new opportunity. But when you are working on yourself, you don't want to keep going to new opportunities. You want to implement what you already have. See, the thing is, let me give you an example. Let's say if I was selling personal training, right? And that's something everybody will understand. I'm selling personal training, and I come across a client. They're 300 pounds. They want to get down to 200 pounds. And they've had personal trainers before. They've had 3 different personal trainers in the last 3 years. They bought like 10 workout books. They follow all these YouTube fitness people, but they still haven't lost any weight. Now, I want to sell them personal training. If I want to sell them personal training, what should I tell them? If I'm going to sell them personal training, I'm going to tell them that whatever you did in the past, they just didn't give it to you the right way. They didn't give you the accurate information. They didn't have the right process for you to follow through on. They didn't coach you the way that you need to be coached. So work with me. I'm going to give you a whole new way of doing things, and this new opportunity is going to be better than everything you've tried in the past. That is going to help me make a sale. It's going to help me make money. Now, on the other hand, if I'm the person who's 300 pounds and I need to get down to 200 pounds, I don't need a new workout plan. I don't need a new personal trainer. I don't need a new YouTube channel to follow. You know what I need? I need to take all the information and advice and data and books and all that stuff that I've already gotten, I've already invested in. I need to actually implement it, because if I had implemented the first one, I never would have needed the second one, the third one, the fourth one, or the fifth one. So you follow what I'm saying here? Most of the time in life, when people are not getting results, it's not because they don't have the right information. It's not because they need a new approach, not because they need new help, not because they need a new opportunity. It's because the old opportunity, they never actually implemented the way they were supposed to. That's why it didn't work. I was talking to someone not too long ago, a member of my mastermind, matter of fact, and he was asking me, Dre, do you use XYZ software to sell your stuff that I sell online? And I said, yes, I do use that software. And he said, well, I don't use that software anymore because I tried to use it before and it didn't work for me to get the results that I wanted to get. Now, when he said that, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, wait a minute. First of all, and I said this to him, software doesn't work. People work. So if you use that software and you didn't get the results that you wanted, which is what he should have said, that means you didn't do something. That's something that you did not do, because that software, there are thousands of people using it and there are a whole bunch of them who are making money. So if it didn't work for you, that means there was something you either did or did not do that caused it to not produce the desired result. It's not the software itself. There's nothing wrong with the software, dude. Something wrong with your approach and your strategies and maybe your lack of implementation. And this is you might think that to just be simple semantics, but I just explained it to you. This is what a lot of people do in life. They try something, and this is one reason why they fail. It does not get them the results that they want. And then they say, well, that thing didn't work. Listen, things do not work, folks. Strategies don't work. Courses don't work. Books don't work. Software does not work. Plans do not work. People work. So if you are not getting the results that you want, it is because you did not implement. You are not following the instructions. You did not have a strategy. You are not being accountable to yourself, and you are not executing. That's why it didn't work. It is not that you need a new set of instructions or new information or new anything. It's just that you need to implement on the things that you already have in place. Because when it comes to something like losing weight, what does it take to lose weight? Even if you never needed to lose weight before. I've never needed to lose weight before in my life. I've been in shape, as long as I can remember. I've always been in shape. But if I wanted to lose weight, what do I need to do? I probably need to watch what I'm eating, and I need to work out. That's pretty much it, right? I mean, think about this. The fitness industry, the health and fitness industry in America is a $33 billion industry. $33 billion a year gets spent on health and fitness in America every single year. Why? When I just gave you all you need to know for health and fitness. Anybody who's selling anything that's in the health and fitness industry is selling two things: what you're putting in your body and how you're moving your body. That's it. So why does $33 billion get spent? Here's why. Because human beings are always looking for a new thing that's going to help them solve their old problems, when the old thing that they already had would solve their problems if they would just do the damn work. But since most people don't want to do the work, that's why new opportunities keep getting sold. That's why the health industry is a $33 billion industry, because people don't want to do the work. They always just want to look for the new magic pill that's going to solve everything. So if you are selling, sell people the new thing. But if you're helping yourself, do the old thing. So this is the paradox of how life works. If you want to help somebody who's your friend, tell them, all right, let's apply what you already know. If you're trying to help somebody and make a sale, let's give you something brand new. Obviously, the thing that you had in the past, there's something wrong with that. That doesn't work. Let's try this brand new thing. Even though you're kind of, sort of lying to them, this is the game that we're in, folks. I didn't make these rules. I did not make this game. I'm just telling you what the game is, like I tell you all the time. So, all that said, two things. Number one, text me, get my daily motivation. My number is 305-384-6894. Is down below in the description. And join my Bulletproof Mastermind. That's where I will help you, first of all, get a strategy, then be accountable to actually doing something with it, and then making sure you execute. That is my Bulletproof Mastermind. It's the only way to work with me directly one-on-one is there, or my one-on-one program. Both options you can see by going to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Work on your game. Dre, all